Okay, what I'm going to do is just change the recoil rope on this little Suzuki generator. It's pretty much the same process, whatever generator you have. You need, basic the tools you need are a 10mm on this one, 10mm socket, an 8mm socket, pair of cutters, long nose pliers, small buoy. Pretty much you can conquer it with that. So if we take the, we're going to take out these 3 bolts here first. You don't want to lose them bolts because they're the right length, and if you get if you end up replacing them with ones that are longer, it causes all sorts of problems because it catches on a fan in there. So I'll just set this up right, and we're going to get our small expert here. Just start because this is. Oh, let's have a look what's happening there. Oh, that's going the wrong way. Look, Toby. Here we go. Let's try again. There we go. Go on. Yeah, right, that'll do. That's one. We'll put that up there. Should we find another one? Yep. There's got that one. Right, let's just catch that bolt. We don't want to lose that. Okay, one more down the bottom there. Oh, yes, that's good. That's good. Right, okay, Toby, look out. Right, I've got it. Right, we'll just put that down there. Yeah, and we'll put that on the top. That's good. Now what we've got here, you see, is the let's see, that's loose because I've already done this once and cocked it up. So you know, but basically you've got this 10mm bolt here. What you don't want to do, right, is undo that at this stage. The first thing you've got to do is either cut the rope, or in this case, because it's got a fancy slip knot and we've already messed about with it, just pull that off and let the tension off. So it's just like that, because there's a spring behind this, and if you try and remove the pulley in here without taking the tension off, you pull the spring out with it and the spring will explode all over the room, and then you expect to spend about the next 4 hours trying to get it back in its little holder. So anyway, that 10mm coming off, there's a little washer there, and behind this there's quite often a spring, and there you see there's a little spring there that operates this pull that flies out. Okay, so you want to note the way that that spring is in there. I'm going to take that off now.
Yeah,
and then this whole thing will just pull out because there's no tension. It won't pull the spring with it. There's your recoil spring there. Okay, and in the middle there's a kind of circular thing that the spring clips onto. Now, if that's a bit dry or anything, it don't have to put a bit of grease in there. But the basic premise is there's the knot there of the rope, so you want to take all this rope off. Okay, and this is where these long nose pliers come in handy, because you can just pull that out. That's it, pull that out, Toby. Pull, no, pull it. We're pulling it like that. Go on, pull it, yeah. That's it, so we got rid of that old rope, nasty old rope. And then what we're going to do, obviously, is put some new rope on there. There are numerous ways of doing it, some less wasteful than others. I'm going to just go for the easy option. I've got me, I think it looks about 4mm, definitely not that critical, but I leave myself a bit more than I need, a bit wasteful perhaps, but I'm thinking if you take about 1.5 meters, that's usually more than enough to do the job. Now, these cutters are not the greatest. In fact, they might actually be the worst. But then what you have to do with the ends is you have to get a lighter on them and just, yeah, being careful of the child. Okay, I'm just going to do both ends for now, just for the sort of show off on YouTube. There we go. Like that. So that stops the ends from fraying. Now, what I'm going to do is, if you look around the outside of this, you'll find a hole that pokes through. Poke that through there. Long nose pliers, please, Toby. Thank you very much. Now, just pull that through, and I'll just put a bog standard Nothing not in there. We happy with that, Christine? How's the so then that just pulls through there like that, yeah? Okay, now the rope wraps around this in an anti-clockwise direction and put all that on there. Yeah, and Toby is blessing this with the screwdriver. It's very good. Okay, I mean there are 101 different ways of actually doing this, but basically that goes back on there. Okay, and then there, you'll see, actually I'll just show you again, there's a slot there in this one, so you can just put the rope in like that, and that's handy for several reasons. Now, so that goes on there until it clicks, and you're always winding anti-clockwise to put the tension on the spring. So just take it around like that, hold it with your thumb as you go around. Now on the Honda recoils, you just go round until you feel it stops. On these ones, it can be a bit different in that you can end up, if you take all of the tension on the spring, you can end up with the recoil rope not coming out all the way because the spring sort of jams on itself. So what I'm going to do is take it all the way, right, that's all the way, it's at the stop there. And what I'm going to do is let it back off a couple of turns just to avoid that particular thing that I just mentioned. Now that's it. Okay, so I'm just going to hold that with my thumb and boop, nearly lost it. There we go, bring that round. And I'm going to poke this rope through its hole and then bring the slot level with the hole and pull that through like that. Now that's on there. Okay, so the thing we've got to do is get this business put back together. So we'll put the spring back on the way it goes. Okay, and then we're going to put the little washer on. Just there, a little bit of grease on the back there, not too bad. Now we're going to need our assistant to do this bolt up. Where has he gone? Right, no, it's going to have to use this, Toby. Right, hold on to that while I pull this off. Hold on tight. Oh, that's it. We're going to have to put this one on. Hold on. Right, now pull the trigger. Right, that is going the wrong way. So what we've got to do is push that like that. Right, can you do that bolt up, Toby? Oh, push it right on there, go on. Hold on, wait till, that's it, go on. Oh boy, that's got it. That's not going to argue with anybody. And you can see, as that goes round, the pawl, this part flies out, and that's what catches on the cup here to drive the engine round. So that's that done. So there, now we'll put the handle back on. That's through there. And that looks like we've got a pretty good amount of, let's see how far it pulls out. Oh, now what you can do is look on there, and if you look through there, you see that there's still a load of rope on the pulley. That indicates that that spring is locking up because we've put too much tension on. So I'm letting a bit off. I've lost the rope, so I'm gonna, because I'm a fool, so just undo that again. I'm sure my assistant will forgive me. I'll pull that out. I've got to get hold of the rope. That's really what it is. So I'm going to instead of letting just 2 turns off this time, I'm going to let 3 turns of the tension off from fully tensioned. So that there, I'm going to leave that rope sticking up. Make sure I've got the pulley in properly, yeah, and the spring. Always turning anti-clockwise. If you turn clockwise, the spring will unclip from this little central anchor. So we don't want to do that right now. We'll pretend that Toby's done this. Because he's wandered off, bored. I expect a lot of you have as well. So always anti-clockwise. Right, like that. like that, like that. Right, and now I'm going to go, that's 1, 2, 3, and we'll see how that works out. Because we'll just pump that rope. It's handy for the, right, okay, through there. And that'll come, that's it. Keep hold of that. Right, now we'll pull it and see how much rope we get left on the reel. Right, okay, still got rope left on the reel, so we're going to let off another turn, but this time I'm going to do it the right way and grab hold of the rope there. This is specific to this problem doesn't happen with the Hondas, you can just tension them all the way up. I'm going to let another one off. Right, okay, and right, okay, let's pull it out and see how, just... Right, that's it, because I'm pulling right to where the rope goes into the pulley. So that's the right amount of tension there. So it was about 3 or 4 turns off, full turns off, wasn't it? Or fully tensioned. But you get the idea. So now we can get the handle, put that on there. Now, just to save you a bit of messing about in the future, rather than just doing an ordinary knot like that, right, you can actually do a knot like where that goes over like that and then that loops up into there. It's like a slip knot. But the thing is, it means that when you come to, if you want to take it apart, you can just pull that and that knot will come undone, but it will lock up nicely when it's in the handle. So there you go, and that's, so there you go. And all we need now, having done that, is a Toby to reassemble this thing. Put it in here. Sometimes you have to give it a pull just to, you know, get things to line up properly, but oh, there we go.
Should we call him? Toby!
So just get them started.
Oh, there's one, the wrong one.
Oh yeah, we have our backup child.
And there's the other one.
And another one.
We've got 4 backup children here.
Yes. 2 upstairs.
It's always useful to have a backup one in
All
case you break one.
Emma's going to do this one.
Okay,
And what do you say, Beth?
we're going to get backup child
Don't do this at home, kids.
number 2.
Don't do this at home, kids.
Yeah, don't do this at home. Do it in somebody else's house. Just break through the window, get in, do this. That's the best bit.
Don't
Right.
do that.
Yeah, and don't
That's
be-
against the law.
Yeah, that's against the law. Okay, right. So, here we have it. So we need somebody to pull that trigger. Go on then.
Actually, no.
No.
It's too noisy.
It's only really dangerous.
Beth's brave.
Right, and
Beth
look,
can do
Charles,
it.
right.
Really?
Yeah, no, hang on. Just like you did it, just little bits. That's it. Perfect. And that one there. Right, okay, and there we have it.
I've got
A
screwdriver.
recoil. Re-roped and good to go. So.